Alright, take two. Basically, before I get started, I tried to record the first video of this, and my sisters came in and started singing Christmas carols. That got me copyright striked, so I had to end the video. If you hear any background noise, I'm sorry for that, and it might have to cause me to end the video early. Just saying. My sister's crying right now because of my other sisters, so just so you know, you're crying because of all that. Basically, welcome back to another video. I'm recording this 4 hours, 3.5 hours. This is an hour from my previous take. A couple hours, yeah, 3.5 hours, before New Year's. It is 8:20 right now, and yeah, I'm playing Power Washing Simulator because I don't really have a life right now. This video will not be edited like any other of my videos. It will not be edited, but to make up for that, 2026 will be different. I can guarantee you. In 2026, I will be actually taking some editing classes or programs. I'll be learning how to properly edit. So in my videos, if I say I'm recording with friends or what, you will know. And yeah, so that's happening. But yeah, you won't hear any background noise in any of the other videos. You might once in a while, because I have a really loud furnace right next to my room. But yeah, so in this video, I will be kind of finishing this house. It will not be edited, so you're just gonna have to sit with me through this journey. But in 2026, I'm just hoping that I can make at least one person's day who's not my family, or my friends. That's my goal, because I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't think I'm ever going to be. I actually, I'm gonna make this a little bit about me while I record, explaining. I really hope I don't get to the end and then it gets crazy. The reason you can hear background noise is because I don't have a door in the room I am staying in Chicago right now. So, but that's fine with me. I don't really care. It's just when it comes to recording videos, yeah. So you know why now? Why I don't record videos when I'm during Christmas break. I did stream recently. I did stream quite recently, and by quite recently, I mean like a couple months ago, with Odin, on my Tyler67 channel. I will be deleting that soon enough, because, so, yeah, oh, that's good, that was good. But yeah, I'm confident that, the first people who will see this will be some of my classmates. So, hi, I know you're probably gonna make fun of me for this. Do I care? Not at all. Are you gonna blackmail me? Probably. Do I care about that? Not at all. I'm living life. I don't care. I am graduating next year. And going into high school. So, I'm not gonna state my age because AI will not let me stream. If I do on this account, and I like to stream, in case you can't tell. When I do stream, I will have to say at the start of every stream, parents with me, even if that's not exactly true. But I have to because the AI is forcing me to, or else I won't be able to stream. So yeah. But fun fact, my first YouTube video was like almost 3 years ago, and I still haven't edited. I've edited one video in that time, and it isn't even on my main account for this one. Like, yeah. So, I will be posting this as soon as I'm done recording as well. So, yeah. In case you're watching, hi Dad, I know you're probably listening to this, so hi. Yeah. What? Yeah. But a little bit about me. Actually, I just realized I can't give too much information. For my next career choices, I'm actually going to be a pro soccer player, and I don't care if y'all say I won't make it. I don't care. I've already settled it in my mind. I'm going to practice every single day of 2026, unless it's like really, really bad weather, like tornado weather, then I can't. But almost every day of 2026, I'm going to practice. I will make it on my high school team. I'm confident in that. I will work until I do, and I want to be the world's best soccer player. I don't care what anyone says. Don't listen to other people's opinions, only focus on your own. Because if you believe in something, you have to follow it. That's what I'm living off of right now. That one quote right there. Follow your dreams. Don't listen to other people's opinions because they are not you. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know how hard you're training. You could be Usain Bolt and someone, someone could be like, oh yeah, you're not fast, you're not gonna make it. But you could be Usain Bolt with pride, Like, you don't know. So, honestly, I would just say focus on your own path, not others. Because I've got a lot of backlash for saying I wanted to be the best soccer player in the world at one point. I have got a lot of backlash. But honestly, I will use that to become the best. If I don't, I won't. Then y'all can laugh in my faces. But you guys won't know until my soccer career ends. But there's a lot of people I'm gonna have to beat in order for me to become a pro. But I'm willing to do it. I want to bring America to the men's team their first World Cup. Because according to Google, I don't think we've actually ever won a World Cup for the men's team. For women's, we have actually quite recently. I think 1 or 2 in the past decade, so that's pretty good actually. But yeah, I will be recording a mix of VR and PC content. Probably not as much Clash Royale anymore. I liked Clash Royale because sorry, I had to yawn. Because of Jinxie, and my school had a clan, and I did grow up playing Clash, so I decided to play. I'm not really into it anymore. I just don't really care anymore. So, but honestly, I think after I started playing Fortnite again recently. Oh, my voice cracked. I started playing Fortnite recently, actually. And I'm fine. I'm not even close to pro. I would say I'm gold or platinum rank. I wouldn't even say I'm diamond rank or whatnot. I'm not good. But I have won some solo games, so I don't know if that says anything, but I guess I can beat AIs, but I don't know. But, I will be recording, on another channel I'm going to make. It will be, I might make a YouTube channel for almost like gameplay ASMR kind of, but not like sound ASMR, just like casual, washing simulator content, leaf blowing simulator content, lawn mowing simulator content, just without a mic on, because I know I personally like falling asleep to Power Washing Simulator no mic content, because I think that sounds nice. And my editing is going to be much better because I have been listening to other, sorry, I'm trying to block out the noise, in the other room, because my sisters are arguing, so, yeah, and they're about to start crying again, so I'm gonna talk even louder, but, yeah, so, this is probably gonna be like a 30-minute video, actually, we might already be approaching that, honestly, if this is an hour-long video, I actually don't really know the time right now. It doesn't show me unless I view it. Can I view it? No. Great. So I don't know what time we're at. But I will be editing videos much better. Because I've been watching and listening to some YouTubers and tips. Especially, shout out to Smitty. If y'all watch him, y'all would understand why I like his editing. I like the captions he does, I like the cuts, I like the funny moments, and I'm trying to be like that. Now, I don't want to copy him entirely, but everything I've seen of his ideas are really good ideas, and I want to use them, but I don't want to copy him, so I will be doing different stuff, entirely. Or if I can get permission from him, maybe I can use some animation like his little characters when he starts his intros. I like that, but I feel like too many YouTubers do that, and I feel like if I do exactly what he's doing, I feel like that would be like copying, and I don't want to copy people. I just want to get inspired by their ideas. So I will be doing editing content similar to his, I would say, but not exactly. Like the caption will probably be just like his, because his is very basic. But now his intros, his outros, it won't be the same. Probably not even close. But yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing a little bit about me. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I discovered my YouTube username at around 10 years old, and I remember making that my gamer tag before I made anything else. I remember I was lost, and I wanted to make a Fortnite account, I remember, and I was like, I want to also record YouTube videos, so what is my game tag going to be? And I was just like, I was so confused, I was lost, I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm 10 years old, so I literally just sat down in front of my mom. We're in our living room, she was watching a show, and I remember just sitting there, and I was like, I'm gonna also make a TikTok account as well after that, which I did do. So I was like, I need a username for TikTok and Fortnite, what should it be? So I kind of sat down, and I literally, my knees are right here, and I was literally like this, thinking, rocking back and forth in my living room, because I was just contemplating what I should do, what I should call myself, because that's a big life choice. Getting your gamer tag, that's a big step in life when you're 10 years old and you still don't have one yet. And I didn't just do a random generator. I wanted it to be something I'd be remembered by. So what did I do? I sat down and I thought, and it was like 2 minutes, wasn't very long. And I was like, and it just came to me. I remember looking at like a red X, and it had a dot right above it. And I was like, you know what? Red X dot. There we go. And that was my gamer tag. And I should still remember that logo that I saw that day. And it's actually stuck with me. And I'm going to make it my logo on YouTube. But I don't even have an editing software that I can use that works, because my other editing software literally crunched all of my editing together and ruined my video. So I also did get in trouble actually at school and stuff for that, but it wasn't really in trouble on my end, it was on another kid's end, because he said some crazy stuff on that video, which I will be doing. But basically, yeah. So they were like worried about my safety, and I'm like, guys, I'm fine. It was a joke. And they're like, we don't know that. I'm like, yeah, you don't. But I'm like, yeah, you're right. You don't know, but I'm fine. I think I'm fine. And yeah. So they were worried about me, I guess. But I'm fine. I promise. I'm fine. I'm perfectly safe. Oh, this is much better. Did I just buy it or did I equip it too? But yeah, so there it goes. But yeah, so I think 6-7 is gonna die out as well with this. I'm pretty positive it's gonna die. Like, in 2026, we're gonna look back and be like, what even was about 6-7? But yeah, I sound completely different as well from when I did in February. I found a video from me in February, and here, do you want me to play it? I'll play it. But it's literally these are recent. Ooh, that's my class. I'm just gonna play this video. This was supposed to be my goodbye to Gorilla Tag. I was gonna put this at the end of, I think, this video. Yeah, just listen to how I sound.
No, it's my final goodbye to Gorilla Tag.
I know, kind of cringy.
I missed you, buddy.
And that's my room. Actually, it's more clean now. But, yeah, so I sounded much different, from then. But, you know, yeah. Yeah. My life's a little hectic, I guess you could say, because I have school. School's not bad, but it's the people at school that are stressing me out, and I don't think it's their fault. I don't even think they realize it's their fault. And if you are a classmate watching, you're not even gonna know who I'm talking about, because you'd actually be surprised. But there's just a lot of people who I feel like I can't deal with, and I am. But it's not. This might be controversial. I'm probably gonna get yelled at for saying this stuff. But it's not even their fault. I don't even think they realize that they're like annoying me. But I don't get annoyed for it. For some it is, but not exactly the people I'm talking about. I think a better word is like, I don't know. But annoying is not the right word, I would say. I think they just don't realize that I just need a break, you know? And some people I just can't deal with at all, even if they haven't talked to me about it. I just can't deal with them. And there's some people I don't even know if they like me or not. Life's hard, man. But it's life, you know. After the hard part, something beautiful will come out of it. Like, I'm just waiting to go to high school. I think when I get to high school, life will get much easier. Not school-wise, no. But I think life will get better. I actually don't even know if Odin even likes me anymore. We just haven't talked. I actually don't know where we stand. I know this is going to be used against me. I don't care. If you make it this far, you know, thanks for the view. Thanks for giving me the view. I mean the viewer, what? Okay. The viewer count, I should have said. That's my fault. But, yeah. I actually don't know what then. After that video, or that stream, on my 6-7 account, which that will also be deleted, so you're not even gonna know what I'm talking about, but, I don't care. After that, we kind of stopped talking. I mean, I would joke around with him here and there, but we never even, I haven't been to his house since, we haven't really talked since, and this will be used against me, I know it will, but, to be honest, I don't really care. I don't even know if me and Odin are friends anymore. It's actually kind of messed me up because Odin is like my only friend I had. So without Odin, and there's some people, but we're acquaintances, and we've agreed on that. Like we act like we're friends, but after we graduate, we're done. That's it. So, and we've agreed on that. So we're cool on those terms. But yeah. Kind of sad that I'm never going to see some of these people again, but at the same time, for some people it's almost a relief. I had a dream last night where I was actually in school and we were at this event in our gym, and there was one kid just absolutely being annoying. If you know, you know. Sorry. And it just, I don't think anyone's going to know what I'm talking about. But if y'all can take a guess, then I guess you don't like that person very much. But yeah. So like, I was like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, we're trying to watch the play or something. I'm like, dude. But that was just a weird dream I had. The dude's not even that bad of a guy. I guess in my dream I just didn't like him. But I mean, I like him. I just don't respect him, I guess. I mean, I respect everyone equally, but if you give me a reason not to, I will respect. That's how I view things. I view everyone with the same amount of respect, but the second you do something to mess that up, you have no respect. Unless you gain it back. There's people who I've hated my entire life because they messed up, and then they just regained the respect of me because they decided to be better people in the end. Which even I take that as a lesson. I've done some bad things, I've said some bad things, but in the end I've learned it's bad. I'm never going to say those things or do those things again. And I've learned from it, and I'm very sorry for what I've done. I've donated to things. I've prayed. I want to get baptized, because it's not about, oh, you've done a bad thing, you're a bad person. It's more of, did you learn from this, or are you going to do it? That's because if you do a bad thing and you don't go from it, then what do you do, you know? And I can't talk. I've done some bad things too, and I've said some bad things. And I'm sorry, you know? But I mean, I'm not perfect, and I'm actually nowhere near. But, you know, I'm growing as a person. I'm still growing. And I guess you're just gonna have to accept that, you know? But I believe everyone is still growing, technically. Because there's still knowledge we don't know. If you're learning, you're still growing. I guess. I guess that's a pretty good way to view it, you know? Oh, no. Ooh, soccer ball! But, yeah. I guess that's just my way of thinking. Yeah, there was even a kid who I thought was like one of my friends, and then he just backstabbed me a couple years ago, but he just backstabbed me, and it really messed me up, like really bad. Also, in February, I will say I was in the process of trying to date a girl, and then I guess this is a funny story for me. After this, after like I feel I was peer pressured by her family, and even now, I mean, well, I won't say right now, but over the summer, she kept saying I was like her favorite ex in quotations, but we didn't really date. I mean, we said we dated, but we didn't really go on a date, and we didn't really do anything. Like, on Valentine's Day, we were going to go to the movies, but I just was not free that Friday, and I was just like, you know what? And then she broke up with me, broke up in quotations, and I was like, alright, whatever. And then she was like, hey, I made a mistake, the guy I wanted to leave you for, he's not actually the guy, can we get back together? And I was like, you know what, you broke up with me yesterday, so you know what, sure. But I lost my feelings for her, I was done. And then I broke up with her right after that, like 2 days later. It was literally the day before Valentine's Day, it was a Thursday night. I broke up with her, and she's like, why? Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And I'm like, man, you broke my heart first. You broke up with me like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I was like, I do not care anymore. And then her friend texted me right after, and I was in this mini friend group of 4, including me, and the other girl in the friend group was like, what are you doing? Or no, there was 5 of us. She was like, what are you doing? And she goes, why'd you break up with her? And I'm like, I was like, it's what she said. And I put in quotations. I was like, we're just not meant to be. And then I haven't talked to either of those girls since. I haven't talked to the girl's brother since, apart from him wanting to spend the night occasionally. But like, our friendship doesn't even really exist anymore. I'm like done with their family. I still have him added on Snapchat. I still see his stories. But we don't talk anymore. So it's going on a year. I haven't seen her, and I think our friendship's just over. Because I mean, I think if I just appear now, and unless he's like, hey, I want to spend the night, and I'm free, and I actually am curious what his life's like. But I don't want to jump into something and every Friday night or something be like, hey, I want to spend the night. I don't have time. And that's the thing is, at the start of 2025, I was like, I'm gonna constantly be busy. And now, people are complaining. Oh, and when I said this is a little bit of a funny story, that's now. And by now, I mean, the next part of the story is, there is this girl who, on the last day of school, I told her I liked her, okay? And there is this other dude on the bus, he's actually probably watching this. Hi, you know who you are. We actually, I wouldn't really say bonded, because I feel like bond is too strong for it, but we kind of laughed over this, because I told this girl I liked her, and got off the bus, and I literally, not even joking, in my mind, I went over this like 100, 200 times in my mind. I was like, just tell her like, hey, I like you, have a good summer, and then just get off the bus. No, so what do? I go to get off, and I go, hey, I like you. By the way, have a good summer. And it was in like the worst high-pitched, nervous voice ever. And she goes, what? And I walk off the bus. And then right after that, the other guy who was on our bus, he told her that he liked her. So she was like, well, Tyler said he liked me first, I'm gonna go after him first. By go after, I mean like, talk to, quote unquote. And on my way, I went camping over summer, and over the summer, on my way, the girl's friend, she was, I guess, staying the night with some of her friends, and this girl called me, and it was one of her friends, and I was surprised. I didn't even have her number saved, because I guess we didn't really have the best friendship at the end of the year, in 6th grade, and this was 7th grade, and I was like, alright, it's end of 7th grade, it was 2025 summer, and, she called me, and I was like, hey, who are you? And she was like, I didn't even want to pick up, but something, I saw my area code for my number, and I was like, all right, I'll pick up. So I did. And she was like, hey, are you Tyler? I'm like, yeah, who are you? And she's like, you don't have me saved? I'm like, no. And she goes, oh, I'm so-and-so. And I was like, oh, hi. And she's like, hi. And she goes, why do you know my number saved? I said, I don't know. And then she was like, oh. Anyway, she goes, so, you know this girl you like? I was like, yeah. And she goes, she doesn't like you. And I was like, gut punch? I was like, what? Okay. And then she was like, yeah, she likes the other guy. And I was like, oh. And then, she was like, yeah, she doesn't like you. And I was like, really? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, did she specifically say she didn't like me? And she goes, yeah. And it was a rainy day, and I was like, oh, great. She goes, so anyway, how's your day been? What? I was like, you just dropped that bomb on me, and now it's, how was your day? How's your day been? I'm like, well, anyway, and my heart dropped, because I was like, well, I like this girl, and now she likes the other guy, and I didn't even know. And I was like, well, it's rainy, it's storming right now. I was like, but it's fine, I guess. And she goes, oh, that's good. She goes, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. No. No. And then, cause my heart got broken. And I was too, I guess, I was too, sensitive, or not sensitive. I was too put into it, you know? We weren't even dating, and I felt like I put too much of my feelings into it. And, I was sad, and she goes, oh, okay, and I was like, yeah, and she goes, okay, drive safe, and then I was like, wait, and she goes, what, and I said, why does she like the other guy? And she goes, she just does, she has feelings for him. I'm like, wait, but what, does he like her back? And she goes, yeah, he asked her out, and I was like, he did? And she goes, yeah, and I said, oh, I said, when? She goes, when? I was like, sorry, I'm being a little, like, you know, I was like, but I'm just curious because I said I liked her, you know, right as we got off the bus. So I was like, was I too late? And she goes, no, actually. She goes, you were literally like 2 minutes early. She goes, he asked her out right after you. And I was like, oh, dang, so she chose him over me. And I didn't even, I was like, so heartbroken. I was like, alright. So I started avoiding the girl. Like, she would text me on Snapchat, and I would just avoid her. And I was like, look, you don't like me, I'm not gonna talk to you, you know? It's like, you chose him. I was like, I just put our entire friendship on the line, and you chose the other guy. I was like, so you know what? We're done. I'm not talking to you anymore. So I was kind of distant from her. And I was just enjoying summer, you know, getting a beach body, tanning a little bit, talking to girls. Got a couple girls' phone numbers. Worth it. I actually put that because there was this one girl who I actually liked, and then after, I was gonna text her, but then after I got her number, literally the night after I got the girl's number, the girl who I said I liked at the end of the year, she called me and she's like, hey, what's wrong? Why are you being distant? I'm like, I'm not. And she's like, yes, you are. She goes, you text me every day after school, and you would text me at the start of summer a lot. And she's like, like every day, and you'd ask how the day was. She goes, you'd tell me good morning and good night. She's like, but now what? She goes, you're not doing any of that. She goes, you barely answer my text. And I'm like, well, I said, you chose the other guy. And she goes, what do you mean? She goes, no, I didn't. And I said, you didn't? And she goes, no. She goes, I chose you. I said, you did? She goes, yeah, after he said he liked me, she said, I told him that you asked first, and that I was going to talk to you first. And I said, oh, you did? She goes, yeah. So this entire time, I was heartbroken for like a month and a half. And it was because her friend told me the wrong information. She got it wrong. So I was like sad because I was told the wrong info. And that's why I asked her on that call. I was like, did she specifically say she chose the other guy, not me? She said, yeah. No, she got it wrong. So I was like, dang. But then I was like, oh, and then my heart kind of got up. And then I told the other girl, who actually I really enjoy talking to, I was like, hey, right now I'm kind of in a situationship, which it wasn't a situationship. I was like, I'm kind of talking to another girl. Sorry, I know this is a bad time. I'm sorry. Yada, yada, yada. And I felt really bad because she gave me her number. So I was like, I just kind of crushed this girl, you know? And it was, I still regret that decision because I was like, well, you know, I'm done. And then we got back to school and I was talking to the guy and I'm like, that's my fault. And he's like, nah. And then we both just kind of got over it because we both didn't really care anymore. And then I started talking to her again, but this time I actually did have some feelings for her, and she actually said it herself that she liked me. But then, I was like, look, okay, I have a time limit when it comes to these, yes, let's date, no, let's not date thing. I said, this is true, I said, look, I said, would you like to date me? I said, do you want to be my girlfriend? I said, and this was like a Monday, and I was like, and it was, of course, on a call, Snapchat call, and I was like, listen, I said, I don't really care what your answer is. I said, I don't want to put too many feelings in, because last time I did, your friend lied to me and got the information wrong, and I said, and my heart got broken, and it was complete misinformation. I said, so I'm not putting a bunch of feelings in this time. I said, I don't really care what your answer is, I just want it by Friday. She's like, okay. No, 3 weeks go by, we're still talking, and she says that we are talking, quote unquote. So I guess I was like, hey, what's talking? And she goes, it's where, she goes, you don't know what it is? I said, no. She goes, it's where, you and the person almost, it's where you guys see if you guys want to date. And I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb, but alright. And we were talking for literally 3 weeks, and I was like, alright, it's 3 weeks, I'm done. And I was kind of, I feel like I was simping, because I was like, I was doing all these things to convince her why I liked her, and she's like, give me 10 reasons why you like me. Right on the spot. And I was like, ah. And it was in a call with her best friend, so I was like, oh no. I was like, can we not do this in private? She's like, no. So I'm like, alright. So I sent her 10 reasons why I liked her, or 10 reasons why we should date, and then she read it off in the call, and I was like, well, that was stupid. And then after that, I was like, I feel too desperate. I feel like I'm simping. I don't like this feeling. And I was like, look, I waited almost a month. I was like, this is not working. So I, quote unquote, broke up with her. We stopped talking. And she was like, but we were right there. I was ready to make up my mind. I'm like, you waited almost 4 weeks to tell me? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, if you told me first, flipping week. But I'm over girls now. I don't like anyone. Heck, literally last night, a girl asked me, she was like, hey, do you like anyone? I'm like, no. She goes, are you interested in anyone? I was like, no. She goes, what about me? Still no. She goes, do you like anyone? No. She goes, girl. I'm like, yeah, well, what do you expect, you know? Because Kamich mentality, dude. if y'all seen that on TikTok, you know, W. This is gonna be like an hour and a half. Let me check the time. I started at 8:20, and it's now 9. Oh, it's 40 minutes. Alright, I'll take that. So when I thought it was 30 minutes, it was probably like 10. I'll take that. That's not bad, actually. But yeah, so that is all happened. I think it's funny because when me and that other guy, we were both trying to date her, we just didn't care at the end. It didn't matter. But I don't know where me and him stand now. I wouldn't say we're friends, but I would say we're acquaintances. Like, we don't hate each other. Well, I guess we don't really like each other. We don't like each other, but we don't hate each other, you know? I guess. Look, I'm not good with these friendship things. Man, my friendship as a kid was literally me and two other guys, and they're both bad influences on me. I would say. And that's what the moms were as a kid. But they were. It was actually really bad. And they're both around my age too, which makes it even worse. Because they were doing stuff I wouldn't do ever. Just saying. Yeah, I was like the definition of a kid back in 2018, 2017. Because I mean, I had a Minecraft world, and I was such a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan, big FNAF fan, that I literally made all of the pizzerias and the FNAF 4 house. I made all of them. And one Minecraft world. Because literally based off of memory. And I didn't have mods, so I had to decorate everything with like red concrete blocks. Yeah, and I would use the armor stands because it was in Bedrock on my iPad. And then I would like do armor stands and use the like leather and color the suits and yeah, that was peak. And then I switched to computer and went to Java, and then I rebuilt everything back again numerous times. Did little Easter eggs. That was peak living. That was peak living. I don't care what anyone says. Y'all can make fun of me for it. I don't even care. Because that's my childhood, and I'm not even mad at that childhood. Because that's peak living. That's peak living. When you've memorized something, you're that big of a fan, you've memorized the entire map, and you've learned how to make that in a 3D block world. Oh my gosh. That was peak living. And it wasn't, I don't even know when summer was when I was that little, because I was like 7, 8 years old. I didn't even care what summer was. My homework was so easy, it was like color pages. That's all it was. Out. Myself, I'm recording a YouTube video. Get out. Respectfully. I can still see you. But, yeah. So, yeah. I don't have it anymore, though. I lost my iPad. And I lost the world. Because the computer that held the world, it corrupted. It was older than me. Or it was as old as me. At the time. So, yeah, it's I still have it. It's actually, literally right over there. But it's so corrupted, you can't. It's not worth it. I could just rebuild. And nowadays, with schematics, I wouldn't even need to use my head. But I mean, I still would, because, make a tutorial maybe. If y'all want to see that. Y'all probably don't, not gonna lie. But, yeah. And now if I want to make everything with security breach, and, oh my gosh, security breach, it would take forever. It would actually take forever. And I think I'd use mods this time. Actually, yeah, I think I would use mods. I was so new to mods and everything when I was that age that I thought I could shapeshift, go into like Bed Wars, be a sheep, and like trick everyone out, and it didn't work. And I was like, why can't I transform? And then I died. And yeah. But that's what am I doing? But that's just how I lived. Now I want to be a soccer player, and I'm a big YouTuber. Scary Baboon's not the same anymore. I was a big Scary Baboon fan, but I recorded videos. I have the videos with me, but I had to factory reset halfway through my Scary Baboon complete clip. Out of all the times I played it, I would say halfway through my Scary Baboon interactions or plays, or like right in the middle of now to when I first started playing Scary Baboon, I had to factory reset, so I lost most of my videos. And I had like 6, and I was gonna edit all of them, or have Odin edit all of them. It was gonna be peak and everything. Nope, they all got deleted. Every single one. But I got all of my game stuff saved. Actually, this game too. But then again, I didn't lose any progress in this game. Actually. Then again, I only did 1 or 2 things in this game. So, this thing forever. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah. What? When I get home, I'm gonna record a bunch of videos for this. Actually, I am on a quest thing. I don't know if I was when I recorded my Scary Baboon video. But I have some Scary Baboon videos, but they're old. Okay, they're old. I will edit them and post them so y'all can, I guess, watch them if you want. But just know it's cringe. I'm gonna edit it, but it's cringe. And I gotta get an editing software. But there's a YouTuber who said that his editing thing was the best, and he edits his own videos. So probably is. But I don't want a subscription because I feel like if I'm gonna subscribe to a editing software, I feel like I should just honestly just get my own editor. Just be like, hey, edit these. I'll pay you $20 a week or something, or like $5 a day. Video. If I actually do make a little bit of money on YouTube, I'll consider it maybe pirates. Maybe. But it's like, well, I don't think I'm gonna record Basecamp content, honestly. I don't know. I need a bigger audience so I can actually do like polls and be like, hey. But you know what's crazy? Is there was Odin's biggest stream he had yet. It was Christmas last year, and he gained like 1,000 viewers, and he gained more than that, but he got like 1K subscribers or something, and it was crazy. And he left, and I remember I was like, guys, he left his thing because he had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, guys, go subscribe to Reddit Stuff right now. And he had me muted. I rechecked stream and he had me muted. So this entire time I've been interacting with him, I was the only one here muted. Out of like 5 or 6 of us. And that made me sad because I was like, I gotta got 1K subscribers too. But I'd rather gain it my own way, I guess. Odin's just got really lucky with this content. But he doesn't even really care anymore. I'm just glad we both like soccer, but the thing is I feel like I'm gonna leave him in the dust. Because I train a lot already. I've been training a lot, and it's not even 2026 yet. And I feel like at this level, that's good size. But I feel like I just train more because I have a high school. And in literally, like, in 7 months, 8 months, we're going to be using those guns. You know? You would think that, oh, the bigger the goal, the easier the shot. No. Honestly, we use smaller goals in our league, but for spring is going to be our last season, and my team, every team I've been on, it's like always, for the last 1 or 2 seasons, we beat Odin in the last game. Because I was like, hey, last game matters. Odin's team was destroying us the entire season until the very last game. Because I was like, last game matters, right, Odin? And he goes, yeah. And then last game we destroyed them. Because I was just that locked in. I locked in hard, watched a lot of Blue Lock. And I locked in and beat him. I don't know where we stand now. He hasn't been practicing with me at school. He's been practicing, like, he's more of a comedy guy, so he makes more jokes than he practices soccer. whereas I only practice soccer. And there's another kid at our school who actually, him and his younger brother, they play in our league, so I've been practicing with them. But yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna leave him in the dust. I don't want to, but and I've expressed this too to other people, that I'm worried I'm gonna get better than Odin, and I know that's a really weird fear. You're worried, like, imagine being worried to become great, become someone who's gonna be remembered in history, but you're scared that your best friend won't be there with you. That's a weird fear, but I think the average person might share that. Like, imagine you're gonna be the best tennis player in the world, hypothetically, but your friend isn't, like, when y'all were growing up, they were good at tennis too, okay? But now you'll beat them every time. Isn't that scary? Like, your friend won't keep up with you because they just don't have the same passion you do. That's scary, because I don't want to leave him behind. I want him to stay with me, because that was a dream we shared together, was we wanted to become the world's best duo. We wanted to become the world's best soccer players ever. And it was a little rivalry we had, and we were like, who's going to be the best, let's fight for that. But I don't think he's fighting for that anymore, because now is the time where we have to really lock in, and I am locking in. Slowly but surely, I am getting better and better. My shots are getting better and better, and I'm getting faster. And Odin's, I don't think he is. Okay, don't get me wrong. I haven't seen him really practice recently. I haven't seen him like play in like months, but I haven't seen him practice at school at all, and that's kind of an issue. He can't keep up with me. I'm gonna leave him behind, and that is one of my biggest fears, because I don't want him to feel like he's not good enough. My entire job as his friend was to make sure he felt like he was on top of the world, and I did. That was my entire job, and I feel like I've succeeded. But now I feel like if I become one of the world's best, or I even go pro and he doesn't, I feel like I'm failing as that. It's my job as his friend. Keep him at the top. I'm fine staying at the bottom if it's for Odin's sake. And that's what I did. I could have started editing YouTube videos way earlier. I could have. But I wanted Odin to be the YouTuber. I wanted Odin to succeed. I didn't want to succeed if he didn't too. And, I mean, if you're still listening, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, thanks, but that was my biggest fear, If I leave Odin in the dust, I feel like I'm going to be incomplete. But I feel like as a soccer player, I'm going to have to. And I'm worried. And I feel like Ray and I going to school. I understand that. But I think I need to leave Odin to get better, so I've been distancing myself. But also, Odin's with the popular kids. I'm just some random nobody. You're a kid who went black now, a kid who make fun of him. I'm a human punching bag, basically. I feel like. So I don't want to be with my reputation near anyone. A girl asked me out a couple years ago, and I literally told her no, because I didn't want to ruin my reputation. And she was like, what's reputation, I'm like, you're really popular. And she's like, so? No. I would rather sacrifice myself than have to bring me down. I'm fine being the punch bag. I'm not fine if someone else is willing to go down with me. But I have been trying to get funnier recently. And now maybe I am starting to be more popular. But I'll never be Odin's status. Never. In high school, I don't want to be the jogger. I want to be the soccer star, I want to be the best soccer player in the world. And first, I want to beat my hometown, be the best in my town. Then I want to be the best in Chicago, because my family lives in Chicago, so I'm here sometimes. Then be the best in Illinois. Well, if I'm the best in Chicago, I'm probably gonna be the best in Illinois. But I want to first be the best in my town, then be the best in Illinois. Then I want to be the best in America. And then I want to bring America to gold. That's my dream. I don't care what anyone says, that's my dream. I will play like it is life or death, and I will bring us the 2020 World Cup. U20, U18, I think that's a thing, U19, World Cup. Watch me. Watch me. But that's what I'm, that's since this was like get to know me a little better, that's kind of what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, Odin, you should practice. And he's like, no. I mean, the other day, he felt bad because him being class clown, he was talking to this one dude, and he's like, what's your middle name? The dude said his name, and he goes, and it was Michael. The dude's name was Michael. And he goes, oh, Michael's such a dumb name. And the librarian's either husband, or I'm gonna assume dad, died, I'm guessing, and his name was Michael. So librarian started to tear up, and he's like, no, I'm sorry. And at PE, he felt really bad, he was like sad, and looked like he was gonna cry, and he was depressed, and he's like, I'm gonna feel this for the rest of my life, because I feel so bad. Oh, you're fine. Like, I'm still living, you're still living, trust me. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you don't know what depression is? He's like, dude, I've been through it, you'll get through it. And it turns out the next day, he apologized, and like, gave her a hug, and all was well. But like, Odin's never experienced that because I've never let him, you know? And I don't know if that's actually a good or bad decision, because maybe I should have let him experience failure so he was used to it. I don't want him to, because I want him to be able to. You know? And it's just a lot. But I've started to befriend other players now in our league, but this next season I'm going dead serious. Like, to my teammates, at the start I'll be fine, but I'm going serious as soon as the game starts. Like, as soon as that whistle blows, it's game on, you know? And they're never going to put me and Odin on the same place. Me and Odin are one of the best in our league. Anyone in our league will tell you that. If you were like, hey, is Tyler Newton one of the best in your league? They would say yes, almost 99% of the time. Unless they're a new player, then they'd have no idea who we are. But, yeah. But people make fun of us because we play for the YMCA. But they just haven't seen us play. Just because we play for the YMCA doesn't automatically mean we care. We still practice on our own. It's just we're not playing against better players. That's it. That's all it is. But we will in high school, so I don't want to hear it. But yeah, so like, that's kind of where my mindset's at. But I think I'm fine with letting Odin go. It's time he needs to actually feel what it's like to be abandoned, and he needs to fight for himself for once, you know? And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way. I'm trying to say that in a, you need to adapt, you know? You need to learn what it's like to be alone. You need to learn how to be stronger than that, you know? Like, in a friendly way. Because, like, you know, I've worked hard for this, you know? I'm not just gonna help you. Like, I'll help you be better, but I'm not just gonna give you the win because I'm here. No. He's naturally gifted, though. He can watch a trick and he can master it. Like, 5-10 minutes after doing it. He didn't know how to curve a ball. I taught him how he should properly kick it. He kicks it one time after I told him how he should kick it. Boom, he curves it. Now, either I'm just like the best teacher in the world, or he's just naturally gifted, and I'm not that good of a teacher. Trust me, I'm not that good of a teacher. But he's also, like, he's got a really good fit for soccer. His body's pretty good when it comes to soccer. For natural, like, no workouts, like, stuff. But I'm now allowed to go to the gym with my adults, so I'm gonna hit legs, I'm gonna be the best in our school, if I'm not already. Like that's kind of stretching. There's two people I want to beat if I want to become the best in my school. There's this girl I have to beat, and then there's if I can beat those two, I would say I become the best soccer player in our school. And Odin, I don't even know if I can beat him. I might be able to, actually. I mean, I honestly kind of hope I don't, but my ego is telling me I need to. And I really want to. I want to beat Odin. I'm just saying the same stuff over and over because I'm locked in on thinking. But, you know, that's me. And if you're crazy enough to actually listen to this all the way through, that's crazy. But if I'm on the For You page, let's go. I'm not. I mean, you clicked on this anyway. So, unless YouTube just was like, oh, yeah, you like people that go edit their videos, here you go. But I'm gonna climb. I hope I'm gonna climb in both soccer leagues here. But editing will take up my time in soccer. So. Schoolwork's actually really easy. I have straight A's. Hold on, word for the Illinois Constitution. State Constitution. What is it? Is that what it's? Yeah, State Constitution test. Illinois State Test or something. I have to take it in 8th grade, so kind of nervous for that. But you know. Yeah, that's kind of been the situation in 2025. Is there anything else? No, not really. Anyway, 2025 season. Is that the same guy who says that every year? Hasn't he been saying it for like 5 years now? But he literally says one line. And I don't know if it's either AI or if it's the actual guy saying it. Is it a news thing? I'm gonna prescribe if it's like a reporter or it's like a news channel guy. Somebody's got the mic. Think that 2027 comes to me. Think that 2021. Think that 2025. I know he's gonna say it. He's already said it. I think we're gonna find out. But yes, we will see some more satisfying content coming soon. Now I'm moving down on my bed and computer. Oh, I should say my phone. Being right-handed is kind of more of a curse than when I'm playing this game. I'm also right-footed. I'm confused on how you could be right-handed, but you're like left-legged. That's weak. Like, I just don't think I can comprehend. Like, I mean, I can, because kind of I'm becoming ambidextrous with both of my legs, and I'm working with my hands, but like I'll throw a ball with my left hand because I'm just trying to learn how to use it better, but it's just, yeah. I can understand becoming ambidextrous in both legs, or both hands, but being born where it's like, or swapped, so you're like left-handed but right-legged, that's just, I don't know how that works. I don't know how you can be born with that. I just can't comprehend it, that's all. You're not like weird, but it's just like, it's weird because I don't understand it. That's why I think it's weird. Yeah, everyone's weird. I tried to get Odin present for my dad with me in Red. Because I asked my dad, since I'm going to Chicago, I was like, hey, can we get Odin a present? And he was like, yeah, sure. No. Well, actually, I don't know. I asked him, I was like, hey, can we get Odin a present? And he left me at Red. I asked him like a week, 2 weeks ago. Like school in a week. Next Monday, Tuesday. We go back the 6th. But not ready, bro. I won't go back. It's not worth it. It's the school. It's the kids. No, it's not the school. That's just me. Yeah, the school officer had like, he's like, you can watch my YouTube channel. You'll see that one video on my sister. I'm like, right. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, great. Just great. And then I got the officer, early officer, watching stuff. I don't know the situation between me and Odin. I don't know. I feel like that's worse. That's not even. Wait. The green one sounds, I would say, more powerful. Oh, maybe it is. But, yeah, I don't know what's happening anymore. But 2026, it's gonna be much better. And there goes my phone, and I finished. This is the floor right here. This is how tall I am. Y'all probably can't even tell, but oh, that's not good. But yeah, alas, life's hard. Life's gonna be We gotta live through it. Me and Odin will continue in 2026. Once in high school. Oh, that's good. But yeah. So wow, which one do we pass? Very simple. I guess you could say. We didn't even do anything for the birthday. We kinda did. We didn't go anywhere. I wanted to go to these, like, arcades. We didn't do that. What? Dang. Oof, not good, not good. Oh no, not good at all. But, yeah, man, my life, everyone's life, I would say, is hard-ish. I just want to be able to software. That's it. Tomorrow I signed up for it. I mean, I guess not really about me, but my sister wants to change her name. So I mean, that's something. I guess we don't get something, but it's something. Can't really, I don't know how to go prone. I mean, I could just check the controller. If you understand. People playing on New Year's. I've heard that. Oh God, does that hurt? don't know why it hurt standing up, but it did. Alright, let me finish this. Ooh, this is not good. Yeah. Thing is like with Odin, his family likes me. I like his family. I think they'd even consider me like in addition to the family. So I used to stay over there. But I haven't been over to once. Something changed him. He went through something because I don't know what it was, but at the school parade, we'd had the school dance, and me and we were 6 and 7, so of course we were, and then after that, I was like, probably, and you want to go to 6, 7 together? He's like, no. I'm like, alright, fine then. And then, we had a book character day, and I was like, Odin, you want to be 6 and 7 for book character day? We've been doing anything together for a while, and he goes, no, 6, 7's dumb. I'm like, you started a cult, a 6, 7 cult. Like, you're telling me that now 6, 7's dumb? I was like, fine then. And then there was a kid who was 6, 7, and everyone was freaking out over that. And I'm like, man, are you kidding me? And it really upset me. Because I was like, Odin, we could have been that. It's like, our whole thing is 6, 7. We are known as 6, 7. And he's like, it's dumb. I'm like, yeah, it's true, but that is what we're known for. That is us. I still did get recognized for 6, 7. Still. And it was months ago. It was September. October. And I was like, what? It's like 2 months later, we still get recognized for it. Kids will literally, I'll be eating in the cafeteria, and kids will literally look over at me. They'll be in like kindergarten, and they'll look at me and go, and just smile. I'm like, that's what we're known for. So then I was asking other people, like, hey, are y'all free? Do y'all want to do this? And they're like, no, we have partners already. I'm like, Odin, are you kidding me? And then someone told me he was gonna be something else with someone else, and I was gonna like freak out. I was gonna be like, Odin, what the heck? No, he didn't. He wasn't anything. I don't know. I mean, I would think we were, but people are telling me otherwise. But I don't want other people to determine how our friendship goes. I don't. I mean, I don't end on a good note, too. Which makes it even worse, because I don't feel like I don't know. I understand why our friendship took a drop. I don't know why, but it was mean. Something I said, something I did. But that's my fault. I don't even know if that's the actual reason why. It's just like it's a reason. Honestly, it's probably not why. We just don't talk to him. We just don't. Falling out. We need to find someone else. You know, it won't work out in the end. We need to find someone else. And they invited me over to their table. It was Odin and two other people. And I chose not to. I chose to ignore Odin. Because I normally would only sit over there because of Odin. But, no. Recently I haven't sat with them in a month because I still feel bad something else. And I still have nightmares. Like, it's a whole thing. It's not just a thing to remember. They don't really like me either, so it's our group is based off Odin, and the group started with me and Odin, and then there's those two who joined in, and we're like, yeah, let's leave Odin and Tyler's group, and they're like, let's kick Odin and Tyler out the group, and we were like, we started the group, you can't kick us out if we started it. He's like, let's just kick him out. Like, but I mean, if Odin is done with me, I guess it's fine with me. Like, that's sad to say. It really is. But I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I feel like the friendship's going to cracks, because I wouldn't be surprised if Odin was just like, hey, we're not friends anymore. And I started acting like it too. He's like, hey, wanna go do something? I'm like, no. He's like, why? I'm just like, no. Now, if Odin were to come up to me and ask me, like, hey, why are you avoiding me? Then I think it'd be better, because then I could just be like, look, you know. I don't want to go up to him and just tell him and be like, look. So I feel like he's busy. He has other people who like him, you know? And he's always said, it's okay for people to have other best friends. It's okay. I don't. Odin is my only best friend. Odin's actually my only friend. And he's all I have. And I've told him that. He's all I have. Without him, I'm nothing. And he knows that, I think. But he doesn't realize that he doesn't have just me. I just have him, and he just has not me. He has everyone and me. Whereas I don't have it. And it's... My nose is running. I just realized it probably sounds like I'm crying, and I'm not. Just my nose is running. Ugh. But, yeah. So Odin literally has everyone. And I have no one, and it's like, it's messing me up. And people are like, you want to counsel? I'm like, no, I don't want to counsel. Counselor's not going to help me with that. You know, the odds of people watching this too are literally basically, it's 1%. And it's like 50, like 20% even clicks on this. And then it's like 10% even sees it. But if he is hearing my issues about him, I haven't been talking to him like at all. realized. Because he's everyone else. He doesn't need me anymore. And I think I'm fine with that. Which is... That's why I feel like our friendship's going to crap. Because I'm fine with him leaving me. I'm fine with that. Just as long as I see him playing for America with me, I'm fine with that. He just... We play on the same team for soccer at least once. I'm fine with that. But after that one stream, our friendship's gone crap. It has. It's because he hasn't talked to me at all. I know I've said this a bunch, but it's true. It's actually like destroying me. Without Odin, I'm nothing, and I've said this over and over. Without Odin, I'm nothing. That's true. Do I even have anyone? You know. I have one person who else I would say is one other person. Just realizing that I kind of see him as a friend. Yeah. You know, I didn't realize this until I'm saying it out loud on the recording now, but me and Odin are like barely friends, I guess, when you really look at it. Because friends talk, friends laugh together, friends do things together, and me and Odin, yeah, we laugh together sometimes, once in a while. Yeah, we do things together. I don't play soccer. And like he buys me a birthday of the year. That's, you know, I'm grateful for all that. But we don't talk. And as friends, one of the number one things you do is talk. One of the things we don't do is talk. We don't. So it's like, wow, I mean, friends, what are we? Because I feel like I'm gonna play a victim. Like, my friends tell me, yeah, play a victim. I'm like, oh, what the heck? You know? I'm tired of playing the victim, you know? I don't want to play the victim anymore. Honestly, I'd rather play the villain. And be like, what the heck, you know? Because if he's not willing to talk to me face to face, and ask what's going on, hey, what's happening, maybe it's time one of us just actually says something to each other. We're just like, look, clearly nothing's happening, you know? If that's what it takes, then that's what that takes. I'm not afraid anymore to be like, you know, whatever. I'm not afraid anymore. Now saying it out loud. It's good. I'm just trauma dumping a video that it's gonna take forever to upload because it's like an hour and a half long. And then New Year's, and now I've been literally just talking about my issues with Odin. And I can't believe it took me like a video for me to understand that. maybe I'll talk to him. I know I just said I'd rather play villain, but talking to him doesn't necessarily mean playing victim. When we come back to school, I'll ask him. Maybe, well, I text him and he doesn't answer my Snapchats. And he's always on his phone. He got it from his family. He uses it a lot. A lot. And he has an iPad with Snapchat on it too. Does he have that phone? Yeah, he does. We literally played Clash Royale together. And it took him apple picking with me and my family. We went apple picking. We played Clash together. I've taken him to cross country meets. Soon I'll probably end up taking him to track meets. His parents can't always take him, and his grandma, she has his little sister to take care of. Like, I have to, don't I? Because I think if I don't, it's not right if I don't, you know? I mean, no one's gonna get this far, so I don't really want to record it, but yeah. If me and Evan do a falling out and we do stop being friends, and she does know, this video is more foreshadowing. Me and Evan's friendship gets stronger, then I can use this video as proof that not all expectations happen, which they don't. But I love how I went from like this happy, boom and blue to dark, sad, but I'm not sad, it's just I'm keeping my voice low. I'm dark. Duh. But yeah, I'll talk to Odin and hope that our friendship back. I think it's because the first part, I knew people were gonna watch, but the moment it kicked off, it was boring. And then no one's really gonna care. Like the further on the video goes, I know a lot of people are gonna watch. There's gonna be bots or random people who will watch it all the way through, and if you do, then you know a little more about me. But I think I didn't talk about this later on because I know that people would use this as ammunition against me at school. Like insults. Don't use pity for me. I don't need it. I'll be fine. Aura. What? Huh. Okay. But yeah. So I'm installable now. Yeah, Odin. We did it separate, but we're doing it together. I guess. random fact, I guess. FNAF movie. I guess I don't. Oh, he didn't have to answer my text now. I sent him a text. Dude, I'm not even joking. I sent him a text, and I was like telling him something. I don't know if it was the fact that we're still friends or not, I don't know. But I sent him a text, and literally people made fun of me because he was at this other guy's house, and he showed my text that was only designed for him, because it was only to him, because it was about other people. And I was like, oh, are we still friends? Or somewhere like that. And literally, the dude who was saying that they were friends showed the dude, I just said dude a lot, I'm tired. He showed the guy the message that was only designed for him. It was only supposed to see him. And the guy made fun of me at school for it. And he was literally like saying word for word. He memorized it. That's how crazy he is. He memorized it. The fact that he memorized the message. And then he said to me, and I got crushed because I was like, Odin, now there's no point in texting Odin anymore, even if we're still friends, because he will tell people, like, I don't know if he's gonna be at that kid's house. If he is, he's gonna tell the kid, like, oh, we're still friends. I don't want that to happen. I also don't want a friend to look over on his phone and send it. If it's unlocked, and then he'll be like, oh, Tyler, your friendship's going to crap. So, I can't really tell Odin with this stuff. I've been running on the phone for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. He's not going to see this, I can guarantee you. He's not going to sit here watch my video. He's not gonna want to see. He's not gonna watch this video. I guarantee you. me. It is now 10. An hour. I'm gonna post this. And no one's gonna watch this video because no one will watch. I spent 2 hours of their lives watching this video about me. Not fun, because no one's supposed to watch this video. Not even me. I'm the only type of it. When I like it. And yeah, some will say I'm just talking. And yeah, you're probably right. But I guarantee, if you ask me if I think I'm in this place, even when I'm not tired, middle of the day, still sleep. It's true. That's how I feel.